Legend of War here, and today we've got a 7-year disaster campaign for Medieval 2, playing as Spain. So, this actually looks like it's going to be a pretty difficult one, because he's 60,000 in debt, and he's got not a very good army, very little prospects in terms of getting some family members soon to get more general's bodyguard, and he's surrounded by some pretty strong factions. So, as far as Medieval 2 disasters goes, this is probably a difficult one. So anyway, first thing we're going to do is sally out here, get rid of the Papal States, and what we need to do over the end turn is capture Zaragoza. I've forgotten the name of the settlements. I think it's Zaragoza. No, that one's Pamplona. I'm in Zaragoza. Alright, so I don't anticipate this one here is going to be particularly difficult. Just need to get out there and fight them. Well, that's a pain, but it is what it is. Let's get them out there, and we'll see how we go. So they've got combined arms. Melee cavalry, missile units, and melee infantry. So the long-range missile units are going to prevent us from sort of cheesing to try to kill the enemy general straight away. But if we can get rid of the missile units, and the rest of this would be easy. I was hoping they'd come a little bit closer. If I go charging in there, it's just a trap. It's just not going to work. But if you charge in from sideways, their skirmish mode will draw them out the other way. So I want to try and get them into a skirmish with my archers first, and then have the general charge in from this direction, so they don't run towards their troops. Come on, get out of there. If he dies, it's game over. Wasn't too concerned. Cavalry, generally speaking, are really resistant to other cavalry charges, unless it's like right in the rear. So let's see if skirmish mode does as well there. I really don't like skirmish mode, so we'll see. But I'm not going to be able to properly micromanage that and this right now. So let's see. Let's see if he gets caught. Okay, no real harm done there. Alright, get out of loose formation. Loose formation has a purpose, but it can also have a big downside. It's definitely not the go-to thing to do all the time. So just keep harassing the general and he'll go down. Want to try to avoid having our general fight him. They gotta get at these crossbowmen without also fighting the Italian spear militia. Alright, everything looks good so far. So I've got timers on these battles, which I don't like being timed, but that's fine, as long as it's not restrict camera, because it's really restrictive on Medieval 2. If you got restrict camera on. It's a little bit more forgiving in Total War Warhammer. Right, we've definitely got the missile superiority now, so we can have the archers go up and maybe get into a bit of skirmish, but we still gotta watch out for their general. We don't want to be... What are they charging to there? That's okay, they're just doing the peasant archers. Oh no, they didn't. They got into the Pepe's crossbowmen. It's okay. It sucks, but it's not that big a deal.
The enemy general flees like the coward. It is unwise to praise the day before sunset.
Because what's going to end up happening is we're just going to end up with like army full of cavalry as per the usual, because that's the best unit in the game. I'm also trying to do this quickly. We got a lot to do in a short period of time. I probably will not do a second episode on this one, so I got to get it all done in this one. So sometimes I'll end up making a mistake like that, just because I got to move quickly. The most important thing is that the cavalry take next to no damage. So I'm being very conservative with him. So did their general run away? Yeah, I think so. Alright. Now he should just be able to charge in here and just finish the job easily enough. I'd send the Jeannettes in, but I don't want them getting shot.
Unwise to praise the day before sunset, but our men are winning.
Now it's actually okay if he takes a bit of damage, because that'll play into the next step in what we need to be doing, but only a little bit. Don't want to take too much. Right, I think that was the last of their missile units. Alright, cool. Finish the job. Trying to shoot our own general. And yeah, they'll probably get away, but it's just whatever. They're not going to bother us for a little while, so it's okay. That didn't really go amazingly well, but I just wanted to get that done quickly. Yeah, just execute them. Oh no, I guess they're dead because they didn't have anywhere friendly to go to. Even though I did manage to capture or kill the enemy general. Alright, cool. So the next thing we want to do is capture Pamplona. But I don't want to siege it. It's a fortress. I want them to sally out. Now, if we have a look at the area, it's kind of tricky to do the forced drought. So what I'm going to do is actually send an insignificant force to besiege it in the hope that they get overconfident and sally out against us. Because there's multiple ways of getting into a fortress, and honestly, assaulting it is the dumbest way to go about it. Alright, so we're going to just take these two here. So we can see that they've got a general's bodyguard. We have no idea what these other units are. There could be another general's bodyguard in there. But the purpose of this is for this guy here. His only job is to clear out the general. After the general's dead, we'll deal with this. This is assuming they sally out, which I'm assuming they will.
With God's blessing and yours,
but I'll put a ladder there just in case they don't go for it. So over here, public order's at 70%. It will actually maintain. Man, you got like nothing, no public order buildings in here. It's a large city. It's not developed. So that's not good. Not good at all. Alright, well, that's all I can do this turn. Let's move on. Good. They've fallen for what we wanted. Sallying out. That way we get it. We actually get the income for it over the end turn. Yeah. So there's multiple ways of getting into a settlement easily in Medieval 2. Besieging them with insufficient force but tactically superior forces. Let's see what they've got firstly. Okay, this is good. It's only one unit of cavalry. So we use the Jeannettes to thin him out. Then he'll deal the rest of him. And then the rest of this shouldn't be that difficult to deal with. I mean, that one will be kind of tricky. The other two shouldn't be. Alright, let's do this.
we shall claim victory in God's name.
And then there's, of course, using glitches. But this isn't a glitch. This is just... This is a trap. They look at the balance of power and they don't think they can win.
My lord, The tide of battle seems
Sorry, other way around. They look at the bounce pound, they don't
We
think
must
I
act
can win.
and halt this turn of events.
So we need to get very far away from their infantry. And then we use our Jeanettes to thin out the enemy general as much as possible. Now, I believe this is on very high difficulty, so even though I've got more general's bodyguards than theirs, going into melee is still too risky. He's our only family member. If we lose this battle, it doesn't matter that much. If we lose him, it's game over. The maps on this in Medieval 2 are so much bigger than Warhammer 2. Especially the siege maps. So it looks like he's aiming for the general, my general. That's fine. If they can give us a chance to shoot him in the flank, that's even better than shooting him in the face. Or even better still, shoot him in the back. Problem with Jeanettes though is short range. Lack of long range. Which means at any point in time he could just turn around and catch us. So we give him with a little bit of bait, and then we just have to stay close enough that we can actually shoot at him. Jeez, if he's up half their ammo and they've barely killed any of them. Come on, get out of there. Unresponsive shits. Like I said, they can just turn around and get us. We just don't have much range on this. We have to stay fairly close. So we also need to do as much damage to them as possible, which they are certainly doing some damage. Don't get me wrong. Just... I'd way prefer horse archers. Even though these guys do more damage, they're just... You know, these guys got 2 hit points. So hopefully they've at least done a fair bit of hit point damage on them, because we're almost out of ammo now, and that's not really ideal, what we've done so far. Okay, yeah, we've definitely done hit point damage. They're going down a lot faster now. Okay, cool. We're out of ammo. So we're going to need both of them to take him out. 24. Okay, that's not too bad. We outnumber him 2 to 1 with the general's bodyguard. Get ready to charge. And you charge in as well. Going the wrong way. Like I said, we need to make sure we steer clear of their infantry. They're still trailing us fairly closely. Alright, so hopefully we take him down without losing 21 of our dudes. To kill more than we lose, that's the ideal situation. Now, of course, if we can break him, that could be even better.
The enemy general flees like the coward he is. Press onward and break the spirit of his army.
He doesn't want to break. Oh, hang on, fighting to the death. That'll allow us to keep attacking him. But at the same, well, whatever. When he comes, okay, we got him. Okay,
good. We have captured the enemy's general.
Good. That last one there doesn't matter so much. Now we just need to get rid of the crossbow militia. Don't let him shoot. Don't let him shoot. Activate the skirmish mode. Very much stay clear of their other melee units just for the time being. Come out of there. Alright, a little bit of damage on him, not too bad. Right, at least they're shaken, and they should be fairly tired from having run all this way.
Our men have fought long and are becoming tired.
Oh, nice. That's a rear charge right there. They're bound to break. Or are they? Just try it again then. Now, this part of the battle, it'd actually be better if he took more of the casualties rather than the Jeanettes, because I can't replace the Jeanettes, whereas he recovers after each turn. That rock really diluted our charge. Moron. Oh well. You get them. But the thing is with morons, they don't really get a chance to breed, because they get killed. And yet there's still so many of them. So they won't run it down because they can't detect the destination where they need to go. Bit of an annoying bug. Alright, cool. Have that up. Oh, right, they all just broke. Cool, cool, cool. Don't need to run them down. That's why it's so important to kill the enemy general in Medieval 2. Alright, 10 grand. That's not bad. That's 1/6 of our debt out of the way. And we've got a settlement that actually maintains public order. And for some reason they didn't move that other army. Oh, I didn't even know I had to do that here. Oh well. Doesn't matter, it's probably just garbage anyway. Alright, good. Now it's only minus 47,000. But we didn't gain any Man of the Hours or adoption candidates. Now there's a possibility we could get it here as long as the king doesn't command the battle, because at least we've got 2 settlements now. Public order here is still shit, which is a really big problem. We might have to just give up this settlement. Now there's some good stuff here to get, but we got no money, so it's just pointless. We just need to remember that we can't lose all of our settlements. Now I think it's going to take us quite a few turns to get here. It would be good to get there though, for sure. And if we lost both of these settlements before we got there, then, you know, it's game over. I'm not sure if my entire force here can beat this. A lot of artillery, so if I had more cavalry, that would certainly help. So, in this instance here, send him in, and let's just probe them and have a look. 2 loads of cavalry is not ideal. And then we need to send back up from over here. Kinda wish I didn't take that damage on them now. I'd rather they didn't withdraw, so only send what's absolutely necessary. Which would be, say, 3 archers and 2 spearmen. Should be enough. However, the odds are in our favor. We just gotta win this battle and we'll get an adoption candidate. And this is how we build up our strength in the meantime while we're trying to figure out how to get out of this debt. We've also got a nice high ground here. Let's make use of that. I'll see if I can harass them a bit. So their archers shouldn't stand a chance here, but if these knights get over there, we're going to be in big trouble. So yeah, let's try and thin them out a little bit. Oh, fucking flame shot. Alright, don't worry about the fucking peasant archers. They don't matter now. The knights, they're the ones that matter. I really wish it wouldn't default to flame shot. Always hated that. Okay, should put them on guard mode so they don't pursue. Just keep harassing them. little bit of damage here and there. Not a big deal. Just keep moving. Because all we need to do is win this battle. I don't have to annihilate them.
The enemy are badly blooded. They have lost half their men. The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory will be ours.
Alright, so far so good. I'd like to run them down, but at the same time I gotta kind of lure them back up this way. It's not good that we're taking losses on these cavalry here, but we should get another general's bodyguard from this victory. It's some impassable territories and just regions. Just gotta be careful about it. Bloody fucking hills.
The battle is in our favor. If we remain true and wholehearted, victory.
Damn mailed knights are just as fast as light cavalry sometimes. Yeah, that wasn't great. Got a bit wrecked there. Can't just turn around and go into melee with them. That's even worse. Funny thing is, I would have much preferred it if the infantry had taken more damage. But that's alright. We get a general's bodyguard, and that's worth more than a Jeanette. And once we're out of debt, we can easily get some more Jeanettes. If we can get out of debt. Alright, cool. That was an annoying fight. Luckily they wiped out. We should get a man of the hour, otherwise that was pointless. Fuck, why didn't we get a man of the hour?
The enemy are beaten. Your Majesty.
It's odd. Oh, because he had a daughter. We can't get a man of the hour. She has to get married. Oh, I should have checked that beforehand. Oh, what a waste. Alright, well they've only got one army here now. Why don't we make a rush towards here? Now, that's unfortunate. But yeah, if we can capture this citadel, it's really poorly defended. Let's get going over this way. Just make a beeline for it. So that's unfortunate that that didn't work. Alright, I'm just going to leave one unit behind here, because it's going to riot no matter what, and we're going to lose it. It's not worth a hell of a lot anyway. Especially if we can't recruit from it. Just leave that piece of shit behind.
Your orders, noble. Yes. Your Majesty. Your Majesty. Orders. March. Gods. Yes.
Just trying to keep my guys relatively organized.
Onward.
Shit, we also need to leave someone at Pamplona. Because he's got to come with. So they probably won't split this force up, and they'll just attack one of these. One thing we could do is like demolish this into oblivion, but Scorched Earth tactics is not my way. If we can manage to sack this, it should be worth more than what we sacked Pamplona for, and that'll get us very close to out of debt. Like, we're getting there. Alright, got a half stack here. Can't really see what's going on over here. So I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Let's move on. Yeah, so no family member. is able to have more than 4 children. So once they're at 4, that's it. Now, if those 4 children die, that's the end of his line. But, you know, he's got, like, cousins, children that still live. They're just not of age yet. Alright, well, for some reason, they just didn't do anything. Now, maintaining public order here, like, I don't need the settlements, and it's going to revolt pretty much no matter what we do. But I'll just leave the guy there, because there's a possibility it'll just riot one more time. There's a very small possibility. Now then, let's scout the area first. We still didn't get her married, which sucks. Actually, come over here and let's have a look. No, there's no... Okay.
God's servant, traveling with God.
Alright, if that's all they've got, no big deal.
Orders, noble one.
Your Majesty?
Did you expect us to be happy to see
Yeah.
you? Until next time.
Very well.
Alright, I'm not seeing any counter forces coming out this way.
Your orders, noble one. We will engage them honorably.
Considering what's in there, it should be pretty easy to take down.
We shall begin the siege. Besieging forces reporting, my lord. God will be with us, men.
Yeah, we're not going to lose Pamplona just yet. I don't know what's going on with them while they're just sitting there, but that's definitely working in our favor. Let's move on. And hopefully we can sack this for a lot of cash. We didn't lose the settlement, so that's good. And there must have been a spy in there. Okay, it's actually under control now, so that's really good. Maybe the rioting killed the spy. I was kind of hoping he'd attack us. It's alright. Alright, cool. So, he's... Yeah, we're definitely going to accept this. Yep, just unconditional. I'll accept it. Yeah, so there was a character in there that got killed. And now the public order's maintaining itself, and this dude is here. But he shouldn't stay here. We should bring him in. Now, he's able to adopt new candidates.
Your orders, noble one.
First things first, let's capture the city.
We will engage them honorably.
Easy order resolve.
A most
And we'll sack
honorable
it.
victory, my noble
I'm going to waste
lord.
half an hour
God be
getting up through that,
blessing
all
us
those
with victory.
steps and everything. Alright, that's good. We're halfway through the debt.
I will not waste words on you, infidel.
Your orders, noble one.
Let me just have a look at the family tree now. So he's there. He can adopt new candidates.
Your orders, noble one.
Alright, let's bring him in.
Of course, my lord. We shall continue.
So none of these settlements are worth anything to us until we can actually get some cash together. Next stop, I think, for us needs to be Leon. Well, I think we'll need to do something similar to what we did at Pamplona, so I'm going to need some intel.
Very good, my lord.
But before we do that, let's try to get a man of the hour over here.
Your orders, noble one.
So we don't want him... He can participate in the battle, he's just not allowed to command it.
Your majesty. My lord.
Alright, what do they got? Alright, that's easy. That's easy. Yeah.
God will deliver us.
So we should get a man of the hour this time, because we've only got 2 generals, but we've got 3 settlements. Rebuilding the Spanish throne, one stupid prick at a time. Alright, since it's all archers, he should be able to handle it, and now that we do actually have an heir, it's okay if he dies. It's not good, but it's okay. Also, he's had all the children that he can have, so again, it's okay if he dies. Shouldn't. Come on, I wish they'd stay in formation.
It is unwise to praise the day before only
Yeah, trying to
half
let
the
them
enemy
shoot.
force
Going into
remains.
melee with them is ideal, but don't want them shooting.
The enemy general lies dead. Good riddance to that desert dog. pray his death will break.
Now I give these guys the nickname of General Killer, but that's if they shoot them.
We must push our advantage.
Alright, that's enough.
All of Christendom.
The ransom's not really worth it, and we kind of want to get as much dread as possible, so just execute them. Ah! What the hell? No. Where's my man of the hours? Fuck me. Oh well. Oh well, it is what it is. Right, just leave behind one dude here.
March! Your orders, noble one. Away! Orders. Move out! Your orders, noble one.
Now, Merry Band is getting smaller. That is weird. We should have been able to get a man of the hour. Maybe it's because we've got so many actual family members. Maybe that's why we can't get any more men of the hours. Because if we just wait a short time, 2 more years, and Ferran Bernardo will come of age.
Offer a treaty or be gone.
Okay.
God's self, my lord.
There's Cordoba over here, but this one's a huge city. Yeah, I'd rather take that out. Problem is we've got a smaller force approaching this, but that's actually to our advantage as well, because maybe we can get them to sally out. And since it's just a city, hopefully they don't have, super heavy knights. And we're making a decent amount of money each turn. We're almost out of debt. Alright, moving on. I don't know what the hell that army's doing, but that's just great. Kind of does show you how bad the AI is in Medieval 2. It's very, very passive. Especially on the campaign map. On the battle map, it's not so bad. Sometimes. I mean, they could have taken Zaragoza and Pamplona by now. All they had to do is split their force up and go and take it. But they just don't do it. Which is why in Medieval 2 you can afford to take huge risks. Don't you fucking dare. Good. Before he would have gained a trait that might actually increase the size of his bodyguard as well. Would have been nice if that assassin was captured and killed, but at least he failed, and it should be a higher chance, well, lower chance of him succeeding next time. But yeah, we don't want them killing off our family tree. So a daughter or something must have come of age. So he'll come over. Yeah, that's fine. Do that.
Your orders, noble one.
Oh yeah, you done fucked up. Cause I don't give a shit, right? I don't give a shit.
Yes. Your orders, noble one.
God's self.
You can stay right there.
Your orders, noble one.
Oh, you know what he's gonna do.
My lord.
Oh shit! Oh, God damn it,
Your orders,
Prince
noble
Jesus.
one.
You know what? He's not that good. All right, you're lucky. You're lucky, bitch. You are lucky.
Your orders, noble
I'm
one.
gonna let you live this time. I was gonna use the agent squash, but there was a tile there that he was able to move to.
Your orders, noble one.
Alright, give me a bit of intel over here. He's not a spy, but he can give you an idea. Alright, this is definitely doable. Definitely doable. Just thinking, what's the minimum amount that I need?
Your orders, noble one.
The 2 generals.
Your orders, noble one.
Just the cavalry. That should be all we need. So this guy here was, I believe, causing public order problems. Just bring him over this way.
We shall continue at first light. Your orders, noble one. Your orders, noble one. Your orders.
Yep,
noble
so
one.
him.
Your orders, noble one. Your orders, noble one. Your orders, noble one.
And him.
Yes.
And him. Now as for these, I'm actually going to send them back to Toledo.
My lord. Your
We're
orders,
gonna
noble
do
one.
or die here. Now, I'm pretty confident that if we sack this, that'll get us out of debt. 33,000 people. Lots of money to gain. We're making 5 grand a turn, so once the debt is paid off, we should have enough money coming in to be able to afford quite a large force. So where did he come from? Who did he marry? Right, so daughters were coming of age over here. Alright, that's cool. Okay, that's fine. And let's move on. Of course they're going to sally out. I said basically nothing to go besiege the settlement, but I have a major tactical advantage. Oh, jeez. Well, even the odds are like, no, we're pretty sure you're going to kill us. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I really wish the Jeanettes had a few extra men in them, but I'm not the best at using Jeanettes. I don't like Javelin Cav. Yeah, I usually find I have to get in really close in order for them to be effective, but because of the jankiness of Medieval 2, the AI just needs to make a swift turnaround, and then that's it. You lose your Jeanettes. That's why I way prefer Horse Archers. You can stay much further back, and the jankiness can be accounted for. Right, so we want to get a good distance away from the enemy infantry first, get them all nice and exhausted. Separate the enemy cavalry. Deal with the enemy cavalry. You should be the general. Generally speaking, the cavalry will be made the captain. Take him out, and since it's all low tier stuff, we just charge on in, get a mass rout. Should be quite easy. Yes, this is their general. Cool. It's only merchant cavalry, so even though they are technically heavy cavalry, there's nothing to be concerned about there.
The enemy general, the Lord above is kind. We have captured the enemy's general.
Right.
That will teach the cowardly dog to run. Now
Probably best we do this now. Charge on in. If we can just get one of them to rout, we can just start a chain reaction. So that's 2 town militias. It's starting to get a chain reaction going. That's good. Good, good, good. It's working.
For the moment, the fortune of battle goes our way. Let's pray it remains as such. The enemy are badly blooded.
Okay, so every single one of their units have routed at one point or another. We just need to get them all to rout simultaneously, and then the battle's won. There we go.
By the Lord above, our
Now, are we out of debt? That's the big question here. We are out of debt. Good.
has delivered us this victory.
So, more women seem to be coming of age, and that's fine. Sure, you want to get as many of these as possible. No, you don't need that. You've got a really good income at the moment, like 7 grand per turn. Didn't end up losing Zaragoza, which is good, and now we can actually start building up the public order so you can increase the taxes or just, you know, not have that problem in future. And actually start getting some good units like some knights. I'm not a big fan of Jeanettes, but you can get them now. Is there anything more that I really need to do? No, I don't think that. I mean, the disaster's over. I could maybe come over here and take Valencia, but it should be fine. Alright, so I guess that's the end of this one. Now, here's the thing. I didn't want to say this at the beginning, but I was pretty much certain that this was a fabricated disaster campaign. Because if I say it at the beginning and I say, hey, I think this is a disaster, a fabricated disaster, everyone's just going to click off. But at the end of the campaign, end of this, I'll showcase it. I am pretty sure that due to the fucking drop-off that this guy did, like that was down here, the sharp drop-off, I'm pretty sure this was a fabricated disaster. Now, I don't mind people sending me in fabricated disasters. It was a good situation, so I was happy to do it. I just didn't want to draw attention to it at the beginning of the campaign. So, thanks for sending this save file in. I'm pretty sure this is fixed, and I'll see you next time, fuckers.